This is the Resident Association Board meeting, February 4th, 2021.
Thank you very much. And Lee, if you want to give them a countdown from 5, I will switch. You ready to go? Yes, sir.
Good morning, friends and neighbors in Las Palmas Grand. This is the Resident Association Board meeting for the month of February. We are totally live streamed today because of the regulations for COVID within the ballroom. So we hope that you're seeing us now. We had some technical difficulties, but I think we've got those worked out, and glad to have you with us. We generally open with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. So we will say that, and if you'd like, say it at home. You can see in the corner of the screen the American flag back there. So we're going to get up and turn around and do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I think you got a flag on your screen, so thanks a lot to our technicians back there. We usually have minutes at this point, but we had no meeting in January, as you may be aware. With the closing of the clubhouse, we couldn't get here, and so we had no meeting. So no minutes for January. I'd like to introduce our board officers, and each one will step up to the microphone, tell you who they are, what their position is on the board, and a little bit about their responsibilities on the board. So I'm Margaret Jacoby. I'm your president for this year, and my responsibilities are worldwide. So that's it. I chair the meetings, I make the agendas, and I work with each of the committees to move the mission of the Resident Association forward. So the next person is First Vice President Peggy Marcon.
Hi, I am Peggy Marcon, and I'm the first vice president. My connection at this point is I am working with Shirley Ann Crane on the newsletter that we are trying to get started for Las Palmas Grand, hoping that everyone will contribute to that. And I think I'm going to give more of a information on that in a little bit.
Good morning. My name's Sue Smith. I am the second vice president. So if something happens to Margaret and something happens to Peggy, I'm it. I also am the liaison for AMHO, which I will talk about more in the meeting.
Hi, my name is Walt Smiles. I live at 354. I'm the treasurer for the association, the lone male on this mostly all-woman board. So I have a lot of fun. I'm also the liaison for the Neighborhood Watch program, about which I will talk a little bit more in the meeting. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Pam Williams, and I'm the secretary. I'm Pam Williams, and I'm the secretary. And my duties are taking the minutes of both the general board meeting and just the regular board meetings once a month. And I'm also in charge of the 50/50. But due to the constrictions this month, hopefully we'll be back to it next month. Thank you.
All right, as you can see or hear, we have a pretty amazing board. They work really hard, and this is not a once or twice a month gig. We do a lot of work back and forth by email and by telephone. We have various committee meetings that each of the board members attends, and we're pretty busy. So we're glad that you're out there. And hopefully, those who couldn't tune in live will get to see the recorded version later today or tomorrow. So thank you for that. Now, the next item is the treasurer's report. And Walt is going to step up again and give us the treasurer's report.
Okay, thank you. Since we didn't have a meeting of the association last month, we did have a board meeting, and I gave a report there. As of 1/14 of 2021, we had a beginning balance of $219.05. We had raffle, we had $8 from the month before that we had, so we had $227. We had $15 in raffle prizes. And then we spent YouTube batteries for the camera of $16.78. So at the present time, we have $195.27.
Thank you, Walt. We'll have a motion to accept the treasurer's report from somebody here on the board.
I move that we accept the treasurer's report.
Thank you, Sue. We have a second? Second for Peggy. Thank you so much. Okay, we have, as you can tell, we have a very limited treasury. We had a little bit of money going into last year, but we had to renew the website, the hosting, as well as the URL, the name of the website, the domain. And it sort of took the treasury down. And then we had the website updated with an outside consultant who charged us very little, but still had to be paid for his work. So our budget is pretty low. So we're looking for some ideas from you folks out there. We'll discuss it at next week's board meeting, how to enhance the treasury, whether that means asking for donations or something else. I'm not sure what we could do. In the past, I know there was like $1 per household assessed to be members of the association, which went a long way to help us fund a lot of these activities. So think about that, and when the board presents some sort of plan for fundraising, you'll know why, and hopefully you'll be supportive of that. Do you want to say anything? Okay. Excuse me. Old business. We have, the first report is going to be Neighborhood Watch, and Walt is going to give us a report on Neighborhood Watch.
Okay, thank you. After a relatively slow start over the last few months, because some of the extenuating circumstances, we've got a very good coordinator for the Neighborhood Watch program. Sally York has taken this on and has so far done an extremely good job. She has, we got some information from the previous person that was doing it, and she's put together and contacted Las Palmas de Sol, and the Mesa Police Department and is putting together a whole program as to what the Neighborhood Watch actually does. So she's got right now, we have in the community 44 streets. And we have now people from 23 of the streets that have volunteered to do something. So we're still going to be looking for several more. And I'll give you a email address that she would like to have you send everything to instead of calling her or that, because that way she has a record to keep of it. But that is LPGNWP in caps at gmail.com. Again, that is LPGNWP at gmail.com. So we've got a great start to this, but she is looking for a lot of volunteers. She's also looking for someone that will help her as the coordinator, because it's an extremely big job. And so if you'd like to work with somebody that is very enthusiastic and wants to get a lot done, please email her, and hopefully you can give her some help. But if you just want to work on your street, email her again, and we'll put this thing together and get the Neighborhood Watch going the way it should be. Thank you.
Great, Walt, thank you so much. As Walt reported, he is the liaison from the board to the Neighborhood Watch program. And Sally stepped up and has taken this little bull by the horns, and I think that we're going to have a good program to help people feel more safe and secure within the community. And if you volunteer, you will get to meet a lot of the neighbors that you maybe not know at this point. So please step up and volunteer, and send Sally an email to the address that was shown up on your screen. So thanks for that. Oh, and she put together such a great report that after we speak with her and refine some things, we're going to put that information up on the website. So keep a lookout for that, and we'll keep you posted on that. So the next item under old business is the newsletter, and Peggy is going to talk about the newsletter.
Okay, I'm really excited about this newsletter because I think, especially during the current situation with all of this separation and shutdown and everything, this gives us an opportunity to get to know our neighbors and to read something that might give us a little bit of encouragement, maybe a chuckle here or there. So this resident newspaper currently has no name. So we are looking to find a nice name for our residents' newspaper. Shirley Ann Crane is the resident that stepped up to take on this mission, and I am the liaison for her to the board. She is looking for suggestions. She wants people to submit things to her that you would like to see in the newsletter. I have already, I have already submitted, a little story to her and a recipe. I thought that would be fun. It was something that I used to bring to the potluck dinners, if you remember those back a year ago. But just anything that you think might be interesting to the community at large, something maybe that's personal, something that your family has achieved, or some good news, some vacation that you went on, something that you enjoy doing, some group that you're in that you would like to get the word out there to expand the participation in that group. So there's so many things, so many different things that you could submit to Shirley Ann. Some of the things that have been suggested: a current LPG story, a favorite recipe, a poem, maybe a quote or a joke, some of your personal history that others may be interested in hearing, or even a recent experience that you've had here at LPG. So if you have anything that you'd like to submit, we do have, and I believe this is on the website. This is on our website. It's called the Resident Newsletter Form, and it has the instructions on here. It also has Shirley Ann Crane's email address, which I'd like to give to you. It is Annie2U16@gmail.com. That's Annie2U16@gmail.com. Number 2. And the letter U. Yes. Okay. And she's in Unit 520 if you want to drop it off. But she's really good at this. We saw a little bit of sampling of her work, and I really think that it would be something that the entire community would enjoy reading. We plan on doing this quarterly, so we're hoping to have our first one out in the middle of February, and then we would have one every 3 months after that. So if you would like to contribute, make sure that you get in touch with Shirley Ann Crane, and let's get this thing off the ground. And don't forget, we need a name. Thank you.
Thanks, Peggy, and thanks to Shirley Ann, in case you're out there. We're very excited about it, as Peggy said, and looking for a catchy type name. We don't want to call it the newsletter or the Gazette or something like that. We want something that embodies LPG. So you guys are smart out there, and we're looking for your feedback, and you can send your feedback to the board at the Gmail address. The other thing you'll learn in that first newsletter is each of the board members has submitted a small biographical sketch. So you can learn a little bit about who we are, where we came from, and maybe what some of our goals and objectives are for being on the board. So look for that in middle to late February. So open items. We usually go over the open items list that we've discussed with management at the last board and management meeting. So I want to give you a little update. The first item on there was the shredding day. And you probably already received an email from the activities office telling you that February 20th, there is a free shredding day being conducted by the Farm Bureau agent for this area. So you're limited to 2 banker's box sizes, but you can put them in a garbage bag, in an Amazon box, or any other box that you might have. It doesn't have to be that, quote, banker's box. So do look for that. And also, that'll be on the 20th. You do have to register with the activities office to let them know you'll be participating, so they know how to plan the day and how many people to expect. The other thing that is being closed, well, not quite, is your new lease packets. We've all been waiting for those since early January. I checked with Christy at the office. They still don't have the full approved copies from corporate. So they're waiting for those, and as soon as they get those documents, they'll be putting your packet together, and they will be delivered to your door. You don't have to come up and get them. You don't have to wait for them in the mail. She told me they will be delivered to your doorstep. So keep your eye out for those, and we will keep you posted as soon as we know something. The other big issue, and I get calls every day, is the plan that we had to have the COVID vaccine delivered on site for residents, so we wouldn't have to travel, especially our older residents who don't have a car, who can't get out, and who don't have the ability to go up to Cardinal Stadium or wherever else they're distributing the vaccine. Unfortunately, Todd Lutz who's a vice president of Thesman and who lives here in the community, and you probably see him around. He's in charge of construction and grounds. He worked really hard with all the vendors that they had contacted for the COVID vaccine, the pharmacies and other types of businesses that do deliver the vaccine. And unfortunately, none of those people or those entities can get the vaccine. And if you've been trying to get online to get a shot for yourself, you know that they're in short supply and there are many, many people trying to sign up. So while we tried to do this for the community, and it may happen in the future, but in the near future, we are not going to be able to deliver COVID vaccine to members of the community. And I'm sorry for that. I know people got really excited about it. I got excited about it, but it did not happen. So those were the only items that we had on the open items list. I think that's it. Oh, one thing I want to tell you, I'm watching you all on my phone, and you have a little thumbs up or thumbs down on your screen. Please give us a thumbs up to tell us that you appreciate having these meetings live streamed so that Larry and his crew will feel appreciated by you out there as well. This is a big undertaking to live stream the meetings all the time. We appreciate the efforts on behalf of the association and the residents by the team. So if you give us a thumbs up, and I see 2 more people have given us a thumbs up, so thank you. Keep it up, folks. Tell your friends. So thank you very much for that. Okay, let's move on. New business. You may not be aware that there is a group out there that advocates on behalf of people who live in communities like ours. And the group is called AMHO, and Sue Smith is going to talk about AMHO and talk a little bit about membership and give you a little bit of information on that particular group. So Sue, take it away.
Hello again. AMHO. It means Arizona Association of Manufactured Home, RV, and Park Model Owners. And we fit into the manufactured home area. It is a nonprofit organization, and they work for us with manufactured homes that we do not own the land in which our home sits on. It, besides being nonprofit, it is also run primarily by volunteers. They have one office manager and they have a lobbyist. And the lobbyist is responsible for keeping up with the legislature and seeing what bills are going to be affecting us. They have also been very instrumental in helping pass things in the past. Now, I brought some brochures, which you can't get today, but I will have them at the next meeting. It goes into more detail about what AMHO is, and also the dues are $35 for 1 year, or $60 for 2 years. And there is a place where you can fill out and join. The more people that join, the more they can do for us. And also, along with that, is storm damage specialists. Now, what I'd like to say about these people, which are represented with AMHO, is that if there has been a major storm within the last 2 years, which there was September of 19, they will come for free and inspect your roof. And if you need a new roof, they will work with you and your insurance on getting one. And I was just told this morning that Peggy Marcon, she had them come out and she's getting a new roof because of the damage that she had. So we're in that 2-year frame of when we last had a storm. And I could give you the phone number and so forth, but if you could get a hold of a board member, we can get that information to you. But I will have brochures and everything with me at the next meeting so you can take something home.
Thank you, Sue. I think you saw up on your screen the AMHO website. You can also join on the website. You don't have to wait for a brochure. If you feel more comfortable sending a check, that's fine. You can join on the website, and I do highly encourage you to join. I just got in my email the latest bulletin from them, the latest newsletter that tells what they're up to, what's happening. And I am going to send this out via the email list. Now, most of you will who are on the list, get notices about when's the meeting, the minutes are ready, anything that's exciting that's happening. So I am going to send this to you. I think it was a very well done newsletter this month, and I think it'll be very helpful and might encourage you to become a member of AMHO. And as Sue said, the more people who join, the more they can do for us. And they are the group that advocated for the Landlord Tenants Act, which is the act in Arizona that governs how communities like ours are governed. They do training for community managers and all kinds of other things. So the more members they can have, the more of us that can join, the more they can do for us as an organization. So look in your email inbox, and I'll be sending you the PDF copy of the newsletter. So at this time, we usually ask for questions and comments, and I'm sorry, I'm not able to get those from you today, but always feel free to send us an email to the board. It's lpgraboard@gmail.com. Doesn't matter if it's uppercase, lowercase, makes no difference. lpgraboard@gmail. And I think Larry's probably putting that up on the screen for you now. So send us any concerns you might have, any things you want us to know about, and we will respond and we'll take them up. So Peggy has something.
Another one, people have not given us their email address, they could send it.
Well, that is true too. If you want to get on that list, send us your email address and say, I want to be added to the email list, because we don't go through the directory and pick out email and add it to the list. We only add names that have requested to be on that list. So thanks, Peggy, for the reminder. Appreciate that. So unless the board members have something else that they need to bring up, because we don't have interaction from you folks out there, we're basically at the end of our agenda. Our next meeting will be March the 4th, and we sincerely hope we'll be able to have some of you join us in the ballroom. We're hoping that some of these restrictions might be relaxed by that time, but if not, we'll be right on your YouTube channel, and you can tune in, and we will send you the address for the YouTube channel maybe a few days prior to next month's meeting. We also post it on the Facebook pages, both the Open Forum and the LPG Friends and Neighbors. So we do post it on both of those Facebook pages, send it out by email, and try to get word of mouth out there. So if you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, please do so. I noticed that a number of you have done that so far, and we appreciate that. If there's nothing else from board, entertain a motion for adjournment. Perfect. And adjournment requires no second, so we stand adjourned. Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next month.